You thought the first 25 facts were crazy? We're just getting started. From ancient social media to the world's first lawyers. Here are 25 more facts that prove the ancient world was weirder than you ever imagined. Ancient social media. Romans didn't have phones, but they had graffiti. People would scratch messages, movie reviews, and even for sale ads into the walls of cities like Pompeii. The first lawyers. If you lived in ancient Sumer, Mesopotamia, you could actually hire a legal representative to argue your case in court 4,000 years ago. No spoons. No problem. In ancient Mesopotamia, most people ate with their hands or used pieces of bread as edible spoons to scoop up stews. The salt salary. Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt because it was so valuable for preserving food. This is where we get the word salary from the Latin sal for salt. Shaving for the gods. In ancient Egypt, priests had to shave their entire bodies, including eyebrows and eyelashes, to stay pure for the gods. Wig power. Wealthy Egyptians wore elaborate wigs made of human hair or sheep's wool to protect their heads from the sun and hide baldness. Lead makeup. Ancient Greeks and Romans used white lead as face powder. It made them look pale and noble, but it was actually slowly poisoning them. Bird poop hair dye. To get that perfect blonde look, some ancient Romans used a mixture of goat fat and beechwood, ash, and occasionally bird droppings. The first breath mints. Egyptians invented a mint made of boiled herbs, cinnamon, and honey to hide the smell of bad teeth. Soapless baths. Romans didn't use soap. They rubbed oil on their skin and then used a curved metal tool called a strigil to scrape the oil and dirt off. The fire-breathing ship. The Byzantine Empire invented Greek fire, a liquid weapon that could burn on top of water. To this day, we still don't know the exact recipe. Ancient paved roads. The Persians created the Royal Road, a 1,500-mile highway that allowed messengers to travel in 7 days, a trip that usually took 3 months. The first compass. The Han Dynasty in China invented the first compass using lodestone. It wasn't for navigation at first. It was used for fortune-telling. Whale oil lamps. Before electricity, Phoenician sailors used oil from sea creatures to keep their lighthouses burning through the night. Invisible ink. Ancient Romans used milk and fruit juice to write secret messages. The text would only appear when the paper was heated up. Popcorn is ancient. Archaeologists found popcorn kernels in Peru that are over 4,000 years old. The ancient people there were snacking on corn just like we do at the movies. Fish sauce obsession. Romans put a fermented fish sauce called garum on almost everything, even dessert. It was the ketchup of the ancient world. The first chocolate. The Olmecs and Mayans were the first to turn cacao beans into a drink. But it wasn't sweet, it was spicy, bitter, and served with chili peppers. Ice in the desert. Persians built yakshuls, which were giant mud brick domes that could keep ice frozen all summer long, even in the middle of the hot desert. Edible makeup. Some ancient Greeks used crushed mulberries and beet juice as lipstick and blush. The longest reign. An Egyptian pharaoh named Pepi II supposedly ruled for 94 years. He took the throne when he was only 6 years old. The first, do not disturb. Some ancient Mayan kings had servants stand outside their doors and rattle gold jewelry to warn people not to enter. Sacred crocodiles. In the Egyptian city of Crocodilopolis, people worshipped a pet crocodile named Sobuk, who was covered in gold and jewelry. The first umbrella. Used in ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, umbrellas were a sign of royalty. If you weren't a king or queen, you weren't allowed to stay dry. The year of confusion. In 46 BC, Julius Caesar made the year 445 days long to fix the calendar. People called it the year of confusion. From social media, graffiti to popcorn in Peru, the ancient world was a lot more like our world than we think. Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And hit subscribe for more history you won't find in textbooks.